So here we are at 628 in Loveland. This is a nice stretch of road right here where quite a few people do take care of their properties. There's a couple places around the other area that don't do as well, but it's kind of around the corner. But this is a safe neighborhood, nice area, close to Lake Loveland, close to some different trails other than that 56-mile trail, really close to downtown Loveland. So it's in a good location for, being close to walking spots, biking spots, and just being, more in the in-town area versus where we were just a little bit ago, over on the west side of Loveland, where it's a little farther away, but you're closer to the mountains and you're closer to that large biking trail. So we'll jump on into this one and see if this is something that might be able to work for you guys as well. So they did a pretty good overhaul on this house in terms of trying to make it a little bit nicer, trying to update it since it is a little bit older of a home. Brand new fresh paint. Windows are original on this one, and they are missing a screen right there in front of us, but nothing too serious. So one thing I would say is maybe windows are something we would want to look into and make sure that those are up to snuff and you're not losing too much air through them. Otherwise, that's something I would consider asking sellers to replace, or just for you guys' mindset to at some point replace. But they did a nice job trying to update this. It's all fresh paint on the inside. Floors are in pretty good condition. There's a little bit of scraping and scratches on it from previous dogs. This room does not have a light on the ceiling, and this is kind of like the main living room area, so lamps are going to be kind of a big thing for this home, at least in the living room area upstairs. Coming over into the kitchen area, this kitchen is separated by a little bit over a half wall, so you have a little separation in between the two areas, but it's still open enough to where you can have conversations in between. These are the original cabinets on this house, so they definitely could be replaced at some point. All they did was put new handles on them and paint them white. They did go through and put new countertops on as well, and those are just kind of the fake linoleum ones, but they're nice. They're in good condition. The sink is your basic sink, something that's works well, but it has a few dings and scratches from use, so just another thing to keep in mind. But it's a nice little quaint space in here. It's a lot smaller than probably a lot of the other places we looked at in terms of like main floor ranch style living. But it's big enough to where it's kind of, this house feels like it's more separated into like two separate areas, this main floor and then the downstairs, which would be for your father. But we're going to run into the main master bedroom, or the biggest bedroom upstairs. This thing is probably, let's say it's 12 feet by 15 foot wide. So good enough space. This is a queen mattress in here. It's just for some perspective reasons. Good sized closet. It's not a walk-in, unfortunately, but it's about 10 foot, 8 foot across and 2 foot deep. Has some shelving in it. The master bedroom window does back to the backyard. Nice good sized backyard, just a rectangle, and we'll go out there in just a minute. This place does not have irrigation, so another thing to kind of think about. The floors in this room are new. They are not, doesn't look like real wood to me. It looks like it's the engineered hardwood, but it matches up pretty well with the original stuff in terms of it doesn't look totally obvious when you walk into a bedroom. Here's going to be the main bathroom for the upstairs, and unfortunately this is one of the places that doesn't have a master bathroom, but they did update this nice and tried to make it a little nicer than your typical bathroom, so actually having a granite countertop on it. And then they put a new fiberglass tub in here, it looks like, and did a nice job tiling and putting in some shelving, and put a pretty high-end shower head in it as well. This one does actually have a skylight in it. From what I can tell, it's in really good condition. Looks like they did a good job going through and making sure that thing is very sealed, and it looks like it was actually done right in terms of other skylights where I've seen where they don't put them in correctly. Back out, we'll go into the second bedroom for upstairs. This is just right in front of us, is just your linen closet. Nothing too special. And then into the second bedroom. This one is definitely smaller, so it's good definitely for a child and for, you know, an infant's room. It's probably 8 foot long or wide by maybe 10 foot long, so, you know, it's not, again, not the biggest that you'd expect, but in these older homes, this is kind of what the average size of the rooms were. It does have a closet, so, you know, and it's a decent sized closet. It's probably 3.5 foot deep by 4 foot wide. Pop it open really quick. It's got kind of the old school doors, but those actually slide very well. Same flooring in this room as in the master bedroom. They do have one piece that's missing right there, which would be something you'd talk to them about, saying that needs to be replaced. Coming back out into the main living room and kitchen area again, just to the right of us, I forgot to say, that's also just another linen closet. This kitchen does not have a pantry, so trying to find a place for something like that. I know this piece right here that's closest to us used to be the old original pantry, but it's pretty tiny, so a little bit harder to, you know, probably fit everything in unless you guys are very light eaters. So we will now head down to the father-in-law suite. I'll show you the garage. So this is one nice piece about it, like if your dad needed to, you know, need to leave without disturbing you guys in the morning, he's got a nice easy access into the garage to where all he has to do is walk through just a part of the kitchen to get out into the garage. Good sized garage, definitely oversized, has plenty of space to park a big truck in here, plus have storage. This one is not insulated, so that is one part. Does have attic access for storage if there's anything that you want to store, but I can tell whoever lived here before prior had a lot of shelving in here for storage as well. So I must have lied, they do have an irrigation system. We'll see exactly where it's at. We'll go through the backyard, through the garage, show you the backyard really quick. So this is a little patio off the garage, so this could be like your dad's little patio area or where you guys have your grill and everything like that. And then walking out, you know, they have some decent landscaping. They actually do have some grass in here, so that definitely has some irrigation that they got going on part of the yard at least. The shed does stay. There is alley access behind this property. And so I'm not sure if that's good or bad, but you know, maybe putting up a privacy fence at some point would be good. Again, good size, easy enough for throwing the baseball around or a football around. And this could potentially be an area where you could always build in a mother-in-law suite, something to maybe even think about on that side, where you could build a separate garage out back with a, you know, a father and mother-in-law suite in it. Access to the backyard from the front of the house is right there. The entire area, the gate and everything is in good condition. I know that back fence is going to be a big concern to you guys since it is a 4-foot fence, so something we could also ask about if, you know, if this is a house that you're interested in, maybe asking the sellers to pay for something like that. So back into the house. So this will take us back again from the garage into the kitchen area. And then straight down the stairs One thing I will mention is it's a little tight with the way that they have this built right here. So one thing I would recommend at some point, if you guys did purchase a home like this, is take this part out or change it up a little bit to where it's not this sharp angle, to where, you know, unfortunately my head hits when I'm walking down the stairs. Walking up isn't as bad. Coming down, here's gonna be your first closet for the house. And then coming around, you're gonna have the kind of the master bedroom for the downstairs for your father, fully done. Pretty good condition, heavy texture on the walls. He's gonna have plenty of closets down here, so there's 2 or 3 down here for him. Over here could be an area where he could keep his storage for beers and other things like that. Has place back here. Here's the third closet. So this is kind of an interesting little setup where they have it it's just an extra little space to be in. So could be an area where he puts his refrigerator, or you guys can put in some, some cabinetry, so he can have his own little his own little kitchen area down here with a fridge and microwave and all that. The only downside to this home for sure, except for the backyard fence, is going to be this that the laundry is downstairs. But very good sized laundry room, plenty of space. I don't really see any issues with it. You can close it all the way off from the bedroom so that you don't hear it. So that's one nice part about it. Back out into the main bedroom area. We'll head over to the other sections of the downstairs. So he'll be kind of another area slash non-conforming room, if you want it to be, or office area. This also is where the bathroom is for downstairs, so it is nice that it has its own separate bathroom for your father. It's very basic, but it does the trick. These windows are definitely small, so they're not conforming for a bedroom. Obviously, not having a closet in here makes an issue, but again, maybe another space to where you can have a separated office away from everybody. And then here's the other bedroom. This is one that is not conforming, again, because of this window. So this would be another office area, or a place to be able to store stuff, or have a little gym or studio area. This one does have a closet though. And that is really much it for the downstairs. One thing I've thought about, like if this is a home that you're interested in, is if you really wanted to create some separation for your father, and so that you guys can have extra room in this house, you could go in and put a door right where his room enters, so that you could have a separate space for him where he can be tucked away by himself, and he still has all this space. The laundry room is still here, which is unfortunate, but it's something that you could work around if you felt like it. But then you'd have this area completely closed off, and that whole area over there would be also extra space for both of you guys upstairs to have a little bit more room and a little bit more privacy in certain areas. So that's pretty much it for this home. It's actually a really good home. The layout is a little weird, but plenty of space downstairs for your father. There's a decent amount of space upstairs for you guys. I know there could be some issues with the sharing of space and not having enough, like having 2 living room areas and a little more space like that. But at the end of it, this would be a decent home to move into. Inspection wise, I'd still have concerns with this home, just like I would on the last home that we just got out of contract in, where they probably put makeup on the pig, but you just never know until you get into inspection. So hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you so much. Almost forgot to show you guys the laundry room and garage. So just to the right of the door, you do have another linen closet right there. You do have a pocket door for the laundry room. So you do have that on the main floor, which is nice, so it's not down in the basement. This flooring is linoleum in here. And then you do have a very oversized 2-car garage. I guess that's the best lights we have. So, but you can see they got some storage, plenty of space to store bikes and other tools and materials. All right, now that's the end of the home, guys. Sorry about that, but let me know what your thoughts are.